Jeez, I really did. Huh. Get this coat off. There you go. There it goes, Steelers. I'm all good. Yeah. This is crazy. Let's see if they can see it. Yep, there it is. Happy water. There it is. Whoop, there it is. Okay, so. Yeah, everybody, this is my happy water again now. You probably can't see it on the side that well, but this should have lasted me, I don't know, at least till probably September almost, actually towards the end of summer. If you can see it shaking, it's almost at the very bottom. Yeah. The reason why it didn't last me, there it is, happy water from Fremart. So if you want some of this, and believe me, you might want some of it. It is good. You want to go to Happy Water. No, you don't want to go to Happy Water. You want to go to free-mart, MART.com/ALTORCASO. That's /L Torcaso. And as I was saying, let me shake that up a little bit. The reason why this didn't last me is I've been using it like yesterday. Well, put it this way. I've been using it up like nobody's business, I guess is the term a lot of people like to say. And that's true. See, right now, once again, I'm going to be using an additional 2 drops in this water that I bought. It's called Pure, I don't know what it's called, but at any rate, doesn't matter. I'm going to put in 2 drops. I am going to put in. Hopefully you can see it. 1 drop and the 2nd drop. And I've put in as much as 15 drops. Yeah, I know. That's crazy, but it's the truth. And what I actually do is I make sure that the cap is tight. And then what I do is once the cap is tight, what I personally do is I shake it up. Okay? That's what I do. That's not to say you have to do it. That's what I do. And then what I do is I take this Happy Water bottle and I literally put it in the packing and the box that it came in. And that's because I treat this bottle like it's worth $1 million. Now, I'm not going to tell you that you're going to feel the same way I do about this water, because I don't know you. But what it's done for me, and it's not a placebo effect either. Believe me, I've been very objective about it. So it's not a placebo effect. For whatever reason, my body was not getting the nutrients and properties, you know, that I needed. The vitamins and nutrients. And I can tell you why. Before I started drinking Happy Water, I was, and still am to some extent, a soda or soda pop addict. And I do mean addict. But fortunately, I've been changing that. And I want to say something to be very clear. It doesn't matter if you buy bottled water or if you buy a water such like this. What you want to do is look for a BHP free, and you want to have plastic that doesn't have a possibility of leaking. But what you really want to do is have your Happy Water be into a gallon-size glass jar. And once you do that, you want to pour that water into something you can transport it. I'm looking for a way to go around carrying maybe a smaller jar. So you may one day see me drinking out of a glass jar. I know it's going to look uncouth. I know. But This is not the recommended way. In other words, the water is fine. It's not as good as happy water, but it's fine. The problem is you don't want to have any of your happy water really in plastic. What it's doing is lessening the effect, possibly. Well, let me correct myself. I won't say it's lessening the effect, because if that were true, I wouldn't be having the benefits. So I don't want to say that, but glass is a better way to store your water. Now, I don't have all the answers. I'm not 100%. Nobody's perfect. But I can tell you that I've been drinking a whole lot of this happy water, and it shows. Now, why me? Why am I drinking it? Well, first of all, I love drinking. I love drinking whether it's soda, whether it's iced tea, whether it's water. I mean, I just like drinking. But what I've learned from having this water, not this one, but the happy water in it, I don't feel thirsty. And I drink less. I mean, personally, I drink a lot, but I still drink a lot less. And as far as you, and why should you check into the happy water at free-mart.com/ALTORCASO? I'll tell you why. Because number one, the more water you drink, the less sugar and sodium is going to be in your system. And as a result, different parts of your body and insides may be reactivated. I'm not saying that they make any of those claims. I'm not saying that they don't make any of those claims. But I have noticed things about myself since I've been drinking this water. For one thing, my eyes, sometimes they get red if I don't have any sleep, but not like they had been. And I've had more energy. I mean, on the 24th of April, I had a heart surgery, a pacemaker replacement, but it is still a heart surgery. And on the 25th, I was back to normal. And I attribute that to my happy water because it's hard to even actually give a real accurate testimonial for myself. It's hard to articulate it. The only thing I can tell you is this. It is real. I know a lot of people think, oh, he's just pitching something. I can promise you, when I'm not on camera, I'm drinking my happy water. When I'm working on something, I'm drinking my happy water. When I'm editing the videos, this video will be edited later tonight or tomorrow, I'll be drinking my happy water or having it next to me. I don't go anywhere without it. I literally have it inside my house or with me in the car because honestly, there's a couple of reasons. One is I love what it's doing for me. And I'm not going to lie about that. Whether you want me to lie or not, I'm just not going to lie about it. I love what it's doing for me. But also, I don't want to be drinking those soda pops and those teas and everything as much as I used to. I don't want to be addicted to sugar. I mean, I love sugar. I love salt. But I don't want to be addicted to that. Look what it's gotten me. Look at this. 224 pounds. And don't get me wrong, I love people. I don't care what their weight is. But for me, when I first started acting in film back in 1987, I was 153 pounds. And I quickly ballooned over the years. I was almost immediately, I was like 170 pounds or whatever. Because when you're filming, there's a lot of what they call downtime. So you really have to be, when you're in the entertainment field, which I am in, and as a talk show host, I am still in, and now it's also a video gamer club affiliate with Star Prime Gaming and all that, I am still in it. So when you're in the entertainment, you really need to be careful because there's a lot of downtime, not associated at all with Star Prime. I'm not talking about Star Prime, that's the exception. But if you're filming anything. I don't care if it's a movie or a TV show. There's a lot of downtime. So what happens is when you're on the set of, let's say, a big budgeted movie or anything like that, you have a lot of sitting around. And if you're eating junk, you're gaining weight. So for me, that happy water really works. But, you know, I don't care if you believe me or not. I love you. But if you don't know the difference between a pitch and being genuine, and I love you, but if you don't know the difference, then you just don't. But I can assure you, the people who drink this water and regularly actually drink it and pay attention and put it in the glass jar and all that, the only thing I can say is it's very likely you're going to see an improvement. I can't promise, but it's likely. I know that it's done stuff for me, and you know, ultimately, I'm going to be losing weight because I'm just not going to be drinking all that soda. I'm just not going to be eating all that pizza. It's time for me to get better. And when I say better, I mean better than I ever have been. And you're going to be seeing me doing exercise, even though it's going to be painful because I have a bad back and bad neck and all that fun stuff. But you're going to see a new Albert. In fact, you're already seeing him. You may not see the physical aspects of it yet, but you have seen the eye. Look, speaking just you and I, one-on-one, John and Jack and Jim and Jane and Shaniqua and Alexander and Anastasia, whatever your name is, Joe, Tim, Jeff, Steve, Anna, Wes, you know, Raja, whoever you may be, George, speaking one-on-one, Ray, Sarah, Diane, Rose, Harry, Rosemary. I don't know who's going to hear this, Anthony, but speaking one-on-one, yeah, if you want to feel healthy, you're going to want to get to that website. Now, I'm going to let you know ahead of time. When you look at the price of the water, it may seem expensive. But you need to read where it says read more. Because that water, if you do it the way it's supposed to, you can get 198 gallons of water. Treat it with you could treat 198 gallons of water. But you need to ask yourself a question. Are you worth it? Are you worth being healthier? Are you worth maybe eventually being in situations that you didn't expect, or you're even healthier than you thought you would be? I'm not saying that water does anything for you, but I am saying that drinking more water in general, and this particular water, it's likely that it's going to be good. Now, I don't know about you, but you couldn't pay me to get rid of this water. You literally could not pay me. Because, look, the first day I drank it, it was 2 a.m. in the morning, and I had to wake up, and I had noticed my eye wasn't red anymore. And trust me, after a year and a half of dealing with these eyes being... I don't even want to go on that ride. And it cleared it up. I can't tell you scientifically why, but I do have a suspect. I suspect I do know why. My belief is the reason why this water helps, my belief, my layman's belief, or layperson, is what it does is it hydrates you within 30 seconds. And when you're hydrated, remember, that goes throughout your whole body, every inch of you, inside and out. So it stands to reason that if I had pink eye or dry eyes and my body's getting hydrated, it's no longer going to be dry simply because I have moisture. So it stands to reason if we're hydrated, some things are going to change if they are due to lack of hydration. Now, that's not a scientific diagnosis, a medical diagnosis, or any of that. No, I'm just a regular guy. That's my guess. Let's just call it a guess. But what I do know is this. This baby, not this water, not the title here, but drinking my happy water. Well, let me put it to you this way. It's a good name. It really is a good name, because I'll tell you what, it makes me a lot happier. It really does. I think that you might be seeing it through my videos. I've been more upbeat. But honestly, just between you and me, or you and I don't know who you are. I don't need to know. Maybe you're, maybe you're Councilwoman Darlene Harris. Maybe you're, maybe somehow you're a former staff member of Hillary Clinton. Maybe you're somebody else that's famous. I don't know who you are. I do know that I'm looking for people who want to be healthy or get healthier. And I know that I'm on a new path because I have to be. Let me share this with you before I go. On the 24th of April, I had that operation. To some people who are used to pacemakers being replaced, it's not a big deal. And honestly, it didn't scare me. But the problem is that because of my personal situation, had my pacemaker battery die, I would have been dead. Period. Dead. Gone. In fact, my doctor told me I wouldn't even had a chance to call 911. It would have just been like, and I would have been gone. And it made me think. For the next however long a higher power lets me live, has me here on earth, the Lord thy God, Jesus Christ, or whichever you believe in. I personally believe in the Lord thy God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. But it got me to thinking, whether I had one more second or 100 more years, what do I want to do? And I'll tell you what I really want to do. What is the most pressing passion that I have? I want to have impact on your lives. I want you to say, someday when I'm gone, maybe you or even your great-grandchildren will say, that guy gave my grandmother or great-grandmother some advice that we're still using today. He helped Grandma. He helped Grandpa. He helped me. I want to be of service to you. I love you. I know it sounds really good to hear. And it sounds good for me to say. But what you cannot even fathom, and I don't say this in a condescending way, what you may not know is every second of every day, I'm thinking of you, and I'm thinking of me. And I'm thinking about how we together are going to not only climb that mountain, we're not only going to conquer that mountain, but we're going to help hundreds of people, and then thousands, then millions of people change their lives. That's what I'm after. Some say that's impossible. Impossible. Impossible, huh? That's funny. Seems I remember a guy named Gandhi that started a movement that changed the nation. Impossible. Seems like I heard of a guy named Nelson Mandela that started an organization that grew and it changed the nation. Impossible. Let me think about that. Impossible. Seems like there was a civil rights movement back in the 60s that started because a young woman named Rosa Parks wanted to sit down, and unfortunately she wasn't allowed because of the color of her skin. And because of the color of her skin, she couldn't sit down. And you know, it's funny because it took a couple boycotts, some marches. But a nation was changed again. So if we can change the nation and nations around the globe, something tells me that you and I can do it now. I am Albert Torcaso. If you want to call me a dreamer, I'll be like Paul McCartney. John Lennon. I'll be that dreamer. But you sir, you ma'am, when you're ready, you give me a call at 412-559-2731. When you're ready to change your life for the better. When you're ready to say, I matter. When you're ready to declare your freedom. Your freedom from time slavery and financial slavery. When you're ready to say, my family deserves better, and I deserve better. When you're ready, tell you what, you give me that call. For now, I am Albert Torcaso, and as soon as I shut this off, I will be drinking some more of my Fremont water. It's called Happy Water, and you better believe I'll be drinking it. If you want to check it out, you know the website. But can we change the world? Oh, yeah. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.